Welcome back to Chronos Plays Disco Elysium. Today, well, it is 11:40 for the most part, and Kim's no longer with us. So technically the day is a tad done, but apparently time does not stop, I guess. After a certain point, or no, it does stop after a certain point, and I can pretty much do whatever the heck I want, including going over like my files and stuff like that. Though if time doesn't start really moving, I guess stops moving at a certain point, then I can't do the thinky think things, right? Thoughts? I think they're called thoughts. They were called thoughts. Yeah, thought cabinet. I'll probably unlock one of these next time. I still don't know what else I would want to go over, right? This one kind of seemed important, and this one offsets the encyclopedia negative that I have. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I guess I can do some stuff now and not worry too much. Chronos still awake for some reason. I'm not gonna investigate the body because, well, I already have. And we need, oh, we need to level up Inland Empire, don't we? Oh, shoot. Oh, that's what that was, right? I need to do that. Oh, man. Let's just double check, so maybe next level up I can do that. Because we failed the...
before you is naked, but for a period
right.
Underpants
Inland Empire.
His skin is...
Bye-bye. And we just leveled up not that long ago, so we need 75 experience points. We don't have any skill points left. Okay, so yeah, we need to level this up next time. Good planning. Good planning. Now, I guess what we could do for today, if we have some time, we can interact with some of this stuff. I know Kim's not with us anymore.
The face of King Fleecell smiles at you. For some reason, the smile now strikes you as more forced than it did before.
Yeah, I guess. I want to check on the international developments.
This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free trade negotiations between the EPIS nations and the Free State of Semenine. You also skip over an article about heavy fuel oil smuggling along the Messina border. Something about bear wrestling in Samara. Book riots in Yugoslav.
Bear wrestling?
Face it, you really aren't interested in foreign affairs. You're not even sure where most of these countries are.
Yeah, relatable.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
What is Kunst and Kultur?
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
Okay.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS.
Are there no TVs in this era? We haven't seen any TVs, right? We've only seen books and radios, yeah?
The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tournée, a critical Mazovian perspective.
Oh, well... The old lady did mention something about movie theaters, or was it theaters? Because a theater can be a movie theater, or like a drama theater, a play theater, or something like that. Maybe we have seen TVs and I'm just being stupid right now. Read the profile, CS.
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A, made all the briefer by the subject's evident hostility to her interviewer.
Now that's always fun.
That certainly sounds like a certain delinquent youth who likes to harass you from her balcony.
Oh, Skeletor. Right, just a moment. What is this tip-top tournée?
The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing. If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll.
Okay, let's see what these communists have to say about Tip Top.
You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney.
What's wrong with Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
Well, I'm assuming communists wrote this, so generally speaking, I would imagine sponsorship would be against their beliefs, right? Who wrote this?
Oddly enough, this article has 2 bylines. Nasteb Encolada Bernal and Exilus Buka.
What's so bad about sponsorships?
Under capitalism, the article says, every pursuit has its price. Every pleasure, even one as elemental as the joy of racing others around a track, is reduced to an advertising opportunity.
Gotta pay for parts, though.
Thus, the so-called tourney becomes a competition between increasingly meaningless brand signifiers. Your discount laundry detergent racing against a pack of Astra cigarettes.
Okay, but you get to see them die, though.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real races that you're really watching for.
That is a lot of money, I would assume, if we're doing dollar conversions here. It's kind of like Formula One, right? Or maybe it's more like NASCAR. I don't know. Like, even with NASCAR, I'm assuming most of it's for the racing, kind of like Formula One, where it's mostly for the racing. And there are crashes sometimes, right? It's not like Monster Truck Derby where things are just out to destroy yourselves, yeah? Not yourselves, but like the cars. Like, I wouldn't watch Formula One with the thought of them crashing, because sometimes, you have seen a crash in Formula One where someone has died. You don't want to see that, right? So I'm in it for the racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
No, it's not.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
And that's stupid.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
Let's see what they mean by it's past 12 o'clock. Do you know where your kids is? Probably not. Let's see what it means by local concerns.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike.
Oh, man, the fact that I'm wearing a hat, no shirt, and a coat, and I'm just standing in the dark reading a magazine definitely gives you an image, doesn't it?
Skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer, G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Look, here's the thing about that. You should pay your rent. Okay, there is definitely a conversation had about people overcharging rent for greedy fucking assholes that are like, oh, we're going to triple your rent just because we can. Yeah, fuck them. But utilities and stuff like that are expensive. Why don't they just give us free utilities? Look, I know, okay? I get it. Not happening. I don't know. Let's see. Damn comments should have killed a lot of them. They had the chance. If it weren't for Wild Pines, all those moochers would be out of a job. Trying to live somewhere is pretty outrageous. Wouldn't it be better for someone if labor and capital could reach some sort of reasonable accommodation? Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. What are we talking? Oh, because they tamed the wild pines, right? I guess it's more of a thing too. If you agree to live in a place that has a rent, right? That, you know, you're renting, you're agreeing to pay, right? It'd be a little different if it were like, yeah, I need a place to stay, and they're like, okay, yeah, you can stay here, and then they're like, I need rent now. That would be kind of fucked up, right? If you're homeless or something, or you're out of a job and you're trying to find a place to stay, and someone's like, yeah, you can come live with me, that's fine. Then a month later, like, oh, by the way, you owe me like $5,000 or something like that. Yeah, that would not be cool, bro. Wouldn't it be better if everyone in labor and capital could reach some sort of reasonable accommodation? Fuck, dude, that's also a fairy tale, really. You would hope they could reach some sort of anything. I mean, I guess number 4, right? If they could can we all just get along and reach an actual sane agreement on something and not be completely insane about something?
According to these editorials, there can be no accommodation with the forces of international capital or their mucilaginous allies in the coalition. Why do communists love puerile insults? And they wonder why they're always being left out in the cold.
Hold on, what's this about coalition?
Judging from the context, it's something very large and fundamental. You should probably know about it already, honestly. You flip back to the front.
Okay, so I guess we're done with this
The
one.
table of contents unfolds before you.
We're done with that, I think.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso of the head. The pattern still kind of has...
Okay, put the photo away. We already did that one. There's the mug.
Just a racist mug. What's there to read here? Not much.
I mean, I guess I already did it right because it says again.
It's the ledger you found in the trash. A
Ooh.
cabbage of papers hanging from the board
Lonesome.
with the permeables drawer inside. It's barely held together by a clip.
Okay.
And made complete by the faint smell of urinal cleaner.
Lovely. So I should probably... I guess that is a reason why we want to do Lonesome Road, right? At some point. Let's run and trace your... Oh, it gives us an idea of what we did, too. I know, Venus. That's a good idea, yeah? Okay, maybe I can do that then next time. I wonder if it would unlock it, though, because I don't want to put any points in this. Mostly because I don't know... Did you just jump on my notepad? Why? I'm gonna ruin the notepad. Oh, she just clawed my leg, jumping off me. God damn it, Venus. That hurt. Yeah, I don't really plan on putting too many points or any points in this. So if I do it and get locked out, then I can hope the thought will open it up. So we already browsed the case files.
Arson, petty theft. You don't exactly
read a
It
case
takes
file.
about half an hour to piece one together.
Well,
using the
apparently
system
I
you've
got
devised.
all the time.
Which one do you want?
The next world mural.
This one is relatively easy to reconstruct. Overnight on 1202, a graffito, nay, a mural, appears on an 8-story tenement overlooking central Jamrock. The building is a sparsely inhabited ghost tower, part of a failed real estate development called Grand Couronne.
That did not... What? That did not sound like how that's written. But then again, it didn't sound like you said grand at all. Like Ron. I don't know.
The mural is enormous. 2 silhouettes, a man and a woman, are kissing. The text cut into their form reads, "True love is possible only in the next world. For new people, it is too late for us. Wreak havoc on the middle class.
Lovely.
People call it that thing and that fucking thing. It's visible for miles. In 2 days, the station's complaints desk gets clogged with requests to remove the bummer. You and your partner are assigned to the case. The graffito crew is easy to track down. Only the bell-letchers have the literage of industrial paint to cover the surface. One of the graffito artists is rumored to be rich.
Ooh.
They take responsibility for
Maybe they can give me money,
but
I need it.
The design. The ideologue of the next world mural, as the crew calls it, remains an unknown.
Do I ever find out who came up with
The
it?
case files do not show you finding the author of the design.
Boo!
The crew agrees to clean up after themselves. However, your partner, JV, is against the removal, citing public support for conservation. This leads to a debate in Precinct 41, which then spreads to the streets of Jamrock, ending in a rare plebiscite organized by you and the rest of Row 3.
Okay.
The 9,000 people subjected to the mural's message, all of Lakeside, Central Jamrock, and Villa Lobos, plus half of the eminent domain, participate in the vote. Although the case begins with what appears to be a lot of rambling on the streets as to how juvenile and stupid the mural is, given a choice between two options.
So the mural is a man and a woman kissing with the text, "True love is possible only in the next world for new people. It's too late for us to wreak havoc on the middle class." Yeah, fucking remove that, actually.
A staggering 78% of voters choose to keep it.
Boo!
Turns out the opposition were a loud minority, and that love truly is possible in the next world for new people, and it is too late for us.
Yeah, I must have voted and possibly even lobbied to remove the thing because I don't believe that rubbish at all.
No one cares what you believe in, man.
Good.
With the smelly toilet ledger.
Then why don't I just fucking shoot them all then? Chronos,
Or are
what?
we done?
How about I go in the middle of the night and take out that mural myself? Fuck them. The unsolvable case.
AKA Leslie and Burke. AKA the public indecency drunk and the property damage drunk is a cursed case. It has been passed from unsuspecting officer to unsuspecting officer for 10 years. On January 29, the unsolvable case made its way to you. Why you accepted it, it is unclear.
To prove I'm
Every
better than them.
officer, and indeed most civilians in Jamrock, know it's unsolvable. You were so drunk, you didn't remember what it was when you signed on. That, or you were high.
I'll go with drunk.
Leslie will always take his pants off when he's drunk. Burke will always trash everything. It's just what they do. It is their nature. You cannot change the nature of a man, and you can't lock them away because public indecency and small-scale property damage are not punishable by incarceration.
Don't I have a basement I can lock him in?
The only way for Leslie to stop flashing his genitals to bypassers and for Burke to stop dismantling signage and rear-view mirrors would be for them to stop drinking alcohol, which, in their 40s or 50s, it's hard to tell because of their distorted features, is a medical improbability on par with you ceasing to produce the expression.
Uh-huh. I actually think, like, flashing your junk at people might actually be... Oh, we're talking about reality here. And actually, I think small property damage, depending on how much you do it, right? Eventually they will, I think, put you away. Not forever, mind you, but, like... You know, where's my phone? I know, again, we're going off reality, and it's not... Anything in reality is not completely based in game. How much jail time for... What is it? Public indecency, I guess? Oh, intoxication, but yeah, that's also another thing. As a felony charge, indecent exposure could be punishable for more than a year in state prison, fines, and registration as a sex offender. Yes. That's reality, not the game. Let's do public intoxication. The more says public intoxication is a misdemeanor punishable by 30 to 60 days in jail. Probably depending on how bad it is. Again, it is usually like a slap in the wrist type deal, depending on how bad it actually is. For... What was it? Fucking... Small scale property damage? Not snail scale property damage. That's fucking hilarious. Let's see. Vandal is law. Individual up to 1 year in jail. Fined for 1,000 in order to perform 200 hours of public service. It is based off state, right? In some states, okay, so it's actually, wait, really? That's okay. So depending, at least in America, depending on the state, some states it is a misdemeanor, in some states it's considered a felony crime. Alrighty, so that will definitely hold different sentences. Couldn't we just keep them off the streets?
You would think that, but you're wrong. Where's the fun in exposing your genitals or breaking stuff in your own home? No, Leslie and Burke are on the corner of Main Street and Perdition, because that's where the action is.
Well, it sounds like one of them needs to be kicked in the junk, and the other one needs to have all his stuff broken.
Threatening, fines, dragging them to the station, locking them up in the hellholes they live in, locking them up in the station, hypnotherapy, even trying to get the local gang of Zemyaki.
Is that a thing in this world, hypnotherapy?
Zemyaki gave them ethanol, so Burke and Leslie would expose and rampage even harder. You tried it all, and still the complaints wouldn't stop, as they hadn't stopped for 10 years. It's plain to see from the files that you, Satellite Officer JV, and Special Consultant TH, had more important cases to attend to. You uncover cross-reference to several ongoing investigations, each brought to a standstill every time you drive down Main Street. Because there they are, on the corner of Perdition. And what is Leslie doing?
He's exposing his junk.
Good, you're learning. If the files are to be trusted, that's all there is to it. That and Burke breaking things, and the fact that they're both drunk. But then again, so are you. The case becomes considerably less comic one day when Burke takes a swing at your ledger.
Oh, get the nightclub.
He must have it confused with the property he likes to damage. But the joke's on him. The officer is also drunk. Way more drunk than Burke there. And let's be fair, you also have party eyes. You slam the hardened plastic board in his face, then proceed to beat him unconscious with it.
That's sturdy plastic.
In the process, the ledger sustains damage. The compartment within, reserved for permeable documents, is jammed shut. You stop your assault on the now unconscious Burke to open it, but are unable to do so. The officer began to cry, reports Leslie, who, at this point, is tending to Burke.
I wasn't crying. Beat him with it, too.
He came at us, and at us. I think he was trying to kill Burko. While trying to kill Burko, you slowly come around. The permeables compartment is open. You've smashed it open on poor Burko's kneecaps. The good news is, Burke can't...
Chronos, you can't be laughing at this. This is very inappropriate. He started it by fucking trying to break my ledger.
Can't get out of his apartment. An invalid. With Burke to tend to, Leslie cuts back on the indecent expression.
Good!
Maybe he flashes his genitals to Burke. Who knows? But both drunks are off the street. The complaints stop. The unsolvable case is solved.
Oh, well, it's not unsolvable. I'm a good officer.
Why the officer responsible narrowly escapes a disciplinary hearing. The end. Do you want to read another one?
This is why you don't drink on the job. Or, become a cop. The square bullet hole murders.
It would be very interesting to read about these, wouldn't it? I mean, there seems to be a square-shaped entry wound in the victim's forehead. She's been sitting there for weeks, on her rocking chair, with a square hole in her skull, staring at the wall, her mouth agape.
But
that's all you got. From the half hour you spent piecing it together, all you know is the entry wound was square-shaped. You never found the bullet. And then another body showed up, also with a square hole in his forehead.
A sequence killer.
Who knows? Those pages are missing. What next? Don't worry. One day.
One day indeed. The couch is in an unexpected location.
Some assholes brought their couch outside and hung out on it,
All
in the middle of the street, on the roof,
right, we didn't do
on
that.
the hillside by the motorway. You know, at an unexpected location. They were young, and they thought they looked cool on it.
So, back in the day, a bunch of us, me and my old friends, we brought a couch into the woods and set up like a little party area, pretty much. That's why I kind of giggled there. Until the cops came one day and was like, "You guys can't do this." I'm like, "Yeah, well, we've been here for a month, but I guess we'll move it now." They actually looked like assholes. They looked really cool like models. They looked really cool like a rock band. I mean, we didn't look cool. We just wanted a place to sit in the woods that wasn't like a tree stump. And, well, we put more effort into it back in the day, for sure. I definitely would not do it this day and age. Carry a fucking couch into the middle of a woods? You insane? I can barely carry a couch into the fucking room next door. In the middle of the street is an asshole. That's an asshole thing. On a roof, that's fine. On the hillside on a motorway, honestly, you shouldn't do that because if a car accident happens, debris can come and hit you. Not safe. But if you do it in the middle of a fucking street, you are just actually an asshole.
Insufferable dicks. Young people are the worst. So anyway, you got a complaint about the damn sofa, or couch, or whatever it is. They were leaving it out in all these unexpected and whimsical locations. They took it to where they also took photos of themselves on it, and smoked cigarettes, and drank coffee because they felt it's intellectual.
Okay.
Cigarette butts, coffee cups, stupid couch. You had to clean it all up, and you did. So congratulations to you.
Did I ever
Case
catch and torture
solved.
these guys?
No, you didn't have time for that. These notes show that you have what is called a real goddamn job. You don't have time to be chasing down the couch assholes. You have a real job to do. What next?
Murder in the hookah parlor.
Murder. Tum at the hookah parlor was a case originally assigned to an officer called Joseph Mills, who is now dead, of circumstances completely unconnected to murder at the hookah bar.
Okay, but you can tell me.
Beaten to death by a throng of Villalobos gang members when him and his partner J.M., only initials mentioned, answered a call one night. It's a sad story, and it isn't really represented in your case files.
Well, that's very unfortunate.
Stop stalling and get to the murder at the hookah.
All right, fine. On with the murder.
Joseph Mills was on this case that he just couldn't solve. Was doing it solo. Said it was a real nutcracker, a real brain twister. Was on it for, like, a month. The captain got impatient. Shit or get off the pot, Mills. Mills didn't get off the pot. Not yet. He kept at it for a couple of weeks more, racking his brains, running with every theory, as outlandish as they seemed. Still couldn't solve the murder at the hookah parlor.
Outlandish
Tough case,
theories
he said.
are never really
Toughest
good.
he's ever had.
Outlandish theories are really only ever good on TV shows. Was Joseph Mills a good cop?
No, he was awful. Awful sense of humor, too. The worst jokes you've ever heard. Really rapey.
Oh, jeez.
Still, he'd been on it for months now. Said it was the final case. Said it was uncrackable.
You mean
That
the jokes were
murderer
rapey,
vanished
right?
into
Not
thin
him?
air. That goddamn hookah parlor was all he talked about. Okay, so the case is handed to you because Mills isn't getting anywhere, and you look into it. Here's the setup. A young man is found dead in a hookah parlor. You know, those places where you go and smoke bubblegum-flavored vapor all day.
Honestly, you shouldn't really inhale any sort of smoke. Like, at all. Not very good for your lungs. I always like it when they're like, oh, you know, I don't know if they still do this. I'm assuming they do. But when vape still, like, came out, people were like, oh, it's so much better for you than smoking. It might be a little better. At the end of the day, you're sucking on a battery with chemicals being dropped on it and then inhaling the vapor. There's no way that's not causing problems, especially if it's heated vapor, because eating the lungs, not good for you. I ain't, no scientist, so I don't know the actual effects, and I don't vape because, again, I don't fucking inhale smoke if I can help it, right? What about the wacky tobacco Chronos? I haven't done that since I was like a fucking teenager, and it's fucking legal now anyway. So, when was? Oh right, the last time I did that was my. Well, that was a long time ago. That was I don't know exactly what it's called, but it's graduating from police academy. Not me, but someone else. Oh man, was that? Wow, that was a long time ago. Anyways, it's legal now. That still wouldn't inhale smoke though. You can get high off it. Also, don't do drugs, kids. Like seriously. I honestly, I don't care. Like, I don't think it's cool. I definitely don't think it's cool if you're standing in a public place and you're fucking sucking on one of those batteries and then blowing out a huge cloud of smoke around a bunch of people. That's really fucking stupid. I don't care if it smells like fucking bubblegum or watermelon, whatever. Don't do that shit. Especially if there's nicotine in it. That's fucking rude for people trying to recover from smoking cigarettes, right? So yeah, I guess it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
I convinced myself.
Young man in his 20s found with his skull busted open, right on the floor of the hookah parlor, in the middle of the day. No one else is in there. Only client that day. In perfect health, too. Some kind of movie producer. No one enters. No one exits. He's just sucking on his watermelon hookah all morning, all noon, like he usually does.
All day? Really?
No calls, nothing. Just sucking on the hookah until 15:45. Then bam, he's dead on the floor with his skull busted.
That was a fucking long time to be sucking on something.
What happened?
Praising Chronos.
How can it be? Mills has no idea. Invisible assassin. Movie deal gone sour. Girl at the counter did it. Nothing fits. Eerie. Man just dropped dead. So you go to the parlor. You see cushions around the table. Tables low, heavy, really sharp edge.
Oh, he sucked hookah, stood up, passed out, and hit his head on the table and died?
See? You can't even read the thing without solving it. Yeah, it was that. Turns out hookah does do something. It turns off your brain's oxygen supply. And you don't notice it until you get up to go to the bathroom.
Well, yeah, like... Yeah, for 6 hours?
Smoking hookah. Didn't you hear? I don't know. Trying to come up with a movie script, maybe. Anyway.
6 hours?
Murder at the hookah parlor. Joseph Mills wasn't a good detective, and about 30 minutes has passed, piecing it together. Next. Not much has changed in the meanwhile.
Ooh.
A bunch of sodden papers still sags from the clipboard.
Tracked it on the knees, a knee like Burke. Well, it's 50-50. I guess I'll take the shot. And hopefully it unlocks when I think about Lonesome Long Way Home. Hey!
The two sides of the board appear slightly misaligned, like a drawer that's come off its slides. If you bend the plastic on your knee slowly, the slides snap back into place. It should be possible to just,
All right, slide it open.
Without resistance or sound, the two panels move against each other. The compartment is now open.
What's inside?
2 ticket stubs and a handmade postcard.
Jesus. Okay. That escalated quickly. Pick up the tickets. Pick up the card. Fucking kill yourself, asshole. Pick up the tickets?
2 octopuses are smiling, reaching their tentacles toward each other in the colored pencil drawings. The tickets permit access to the zoo in Revachol East. The aquarium costs extra. These let you go there, too.
Alright, I'm not gonna say fucking kill yourself. Pick up the card?
Thin wax paper has been glued to a piece of cardboard. Sounds like leaves rustling when you pick it up. You see violet flowers,
Nice.
floral patterns, patches of glue.
Well, smell the glue, I
It
guess.
smells of chewing gum, apricot flavored.
Open it.
Familiar handwriting lines the inside of the card. Looped, round letters in a woman's hand. A young woman in her 20s. There is care, effort, and a smile. You think, although that is not something you can read from someone's handwriting. Harry, it begins. You're already reading. I wanted to write you a letter so you can read it when you wake up. Maybe it will make you
So
happy.
my name is Harry then.
Throw it away, please.
But it will make me happy. Keep reading. Fuck you,
Your
brain.
hand shakes, holding the card. Every morning when I step out and you're asleep behind me, it says, I find a little piece of sadness in me. I carry it in my chest, down Voyager Road. Every step I take, it grows. By the time I reach the fuel station, it has filled me entirely. I step onto the light rail and look back. Sparks fall from the bow collector. I know it will be like this until late afternoon, when I get off the 42 and walk back to you.
Keep reading.
You. Every step I take will get lighter. It almost makes me run. Sometimes I do. I can't believe I met you. I can't believe the happiness I feel with you. You have a vast, vast soul, and I will always, always, always come back to it.
So we fucked this up. Is that where this is going?
Kisses, kisses, kisses. You feel the air sucked out of your lungs and the blood sucked out of your head. Everything around you gets dark. Small white dots appear.
That's not good.
You feel the ledger slip from your hand.
That's not good.
No. Hold on.
Hold
To
on.
what? There's nothing.
Fall sideways. Okay. Hello? What happened? Begin?
There is nothing.
Wait, what?
Again.
Nothing?
Sad, brother. No treachery, just blackout.
Well, fuck it. I guess I'll just lie here then.
Well, almost nothing. There is the ground below you. That's still there. And the small light that's on, fluttering, somewhere in the basal ganglia.
Who's that?
That's me. Blue eyes, that's me.
And who was that?
Who was what?
He speaks of the sickening longing, the unwell emotion. Even in the darkness, he's grasping for it. Still trying to hold on to the great sorrows slipping in the water. Slimy.
No, it's cool. I am cool,
You're
goddammit.
cool when you're dead, brother.
Here in the paleo-mammalian cortex, we call it the shadow.
Oh, you fucking weeb.
Because it's always there.
Where is the Voyager Road?
There is no Voyager Road. There are no roads, no houses, no lights in the windows. It's all on.
Was that the X something? The...
Floated corpse of the past resurfacing.
Oh, it was beautiful.
Beautiful. Believe me, stupid ape. Its lack of beauty was not the problem.
Oh, I'm just gonna lay here then in the rain.
You think they would let you? Until you disintegrate into biomolecules? No. Someone is breathing on your face now, inspecting your pupils, stupid idiot.
What is that? It's cold.
Yes, they're pouring something on you. It's in you,
Ugh.
and it's...
Probably, hopefully, water.
Glowing lights on a dashboard emerge out of nothingness.
Hi, Kim. Where am I?
In the upholstered cabin of Lieutenant Kitsuragi's motor carriage, seated in the driver's basket, the air is thick with leatherworks and heavy fuel oil. Cold water runs down your chin.
Drink. Water.
You're back?
No drink.
Okay.
The water is cold, silvery, the stuff of life itself as it pours down your parched throat. The pounding in your head recedes.
Okay, so it's still
The
2 a.m.
darkness
day
parts.
1.
Drink.
With greedy gulps, you down half a liter of cold water. Some of it spills on the driver's seat.
Sorry about that, Kim.
Pays
It's just
no
water, though.
heed to it.
Not leather, is it?
What happened?
I was dehydrated. I should ask you the same.
There was a call on the shortwave. Officer passed out in Martinez. I had a feeling it would be you. I'm glad I got here in time.
How long was I out?
I don't know. It could have been quite a while.
I came in contact with the burnt out ruins of the past incident. I was dehydrated. It won't happen again. I'll just be honest with you. I read something from my past and apparently it really fucked me up.
That does sometimes happen. I found this next to you. I'll tag along for the rest of the day if you don't mind. My business is concluded anyway. Are you
Okay.
okay to go?
Let's solve the case.
Good.
The Ledger of Failure and Hatred is a special item that can be used both as an interactable and a tool equipped in your held slot for skill bonuses.
Ooh. This?
What's this? We're getting reports of normal, reasonable, temperate, political opinions somewhere in Martinez.
That's because I keep saying none of the above the political stuff, isn't it? I mean, probably. That's me, reasonable. Someone's got to keep it sane around here.
The air suddenly feels calmer, more transparent in a strangely tender way. Perhaps it's the hangover. Perhaps it's a temporary surge of serotonin. But something tells you it's time to become a citizen of the Kingdom of Conscience.
Okay. Where's the Kingdom of
It
Conscience?
is not a place. It is a moment in time that can only arise in the right circumstances. In all of human history, it's only been achieved a handful of times.
Ooh, neat. I mean, fucking sign me up, but apparently, how do you bring about those circumstances?
Incrementally. Yawn. You'd get there faster with a little speed.
Nah, I'm very good on. I don't need that, thank
History's
you.
greatest catastrophes have been brought about by people trying to make the world a better place. Too quickly. That's the genius of Dolores Day. She recognized that progress is meaningless if its gains are lost because of instability. Real, lasting change can only come about gradually, increment by increment.
Okay, but what's it actually like?
The kingdom is difficult to comprehend and even more difficult to describe, partly because humanity will need to discard many of the categories that define and limit it today. The Kingdom of Conscience is post-capitalist, post-national. It's also post-industrial, post-ideological, and even post-sexual.
I don't know about that post-sexual one, but shit, I don't know. Did sound pretty good. Now that you said it's post-sexual, I don't fucking really know if I want to sign up for it. Sounds kind of like a cult now. Can I save here? No, I was gonna end the episode on a cliffhanger. Huh. I mean, I'm fine with living in the moment, like the present, though. I'm also fine with trying to make things better. Again, some of that stuff sounds really good, to be perfectly honest with you. Like, get to a point where fucking post dumbasses fighting over shit like that every day. Don't know about the post-sexual, though. Yeah, I guess I'll opt in. I'm assuming it's something that can change. Yeah.
Slow down, Mr. Reasonable. Did you miss the part about compromising and taking things slow?
Oh. Okay, then we'll get there eventually.
That's right. Remember, real democracy is just around the corner for Revachol. When that real democracy kicks in, a long time from now, we are all
Gain
going to
thought,
be
Kingdom
so
of
much
Conscience.
happier.
Okay. Dog, if real democracy is around the corner here, then real democracy better be a fucking flamethrower or something, because have you seen this place? Well, we get Kim back. What did I... Oh, I got a tool now, right? Yeah. What does it do? It said stat bonuses, right?
Found in the trash. A cabbage of papers hanging from the board.
Yeah, I guess I can equip it. Oh, what's that? Inland Empire 2? Electric Boogaloo? Oh, actually... it gives me empathy +1 and Inland Empire +2. Interesting. I like it. That didn't, like, unlock this over here, did it? Because that's gonna fucking help, I think.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is marbled with decay.
Okay, well, shit. I need 50 more experience. Conscience, half-light -2, calm water. It's only an hour, though. White morning, authority -1. Little guy gets further and further away. See yourself from above. Okay, so I need to do that one. Okay. Well, we'll get there eventually. That is it for this episode. Thank you for watching. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye.